So let's begin by looking at some examples of how we're using innovation to drive growth in today's businesses. The cover glass market is a great example. Consumers continue to demand tougher, more damage-resistant mobile devices. Now, at the same time, they also want thinner, more elegant designs. Now, we've all seen this happen. We developed Gorilla Glass 4 specifically to attack the problem you just saw, which is also the one that consumers care most about. Our new glass is up to twice as tough as competitive cover glasses. Now, we put our glass through some pretty rigorous testing in our labs, but here's a look at a test by an independent third party.
And then what we do is we do a drop test.
Okay.
So you can take the phone
ready?
and drop it.
And there
and
it is.
It does not fail.
Okay, so I'm going to do that in case it was magic. And there we go, a meter, and it has not broken. And David, just for you, my high heel, I am stamping on it. Oops. Going a little bit harder as we send it back to you.
Good.
I can't, I'm now jumping, not quite breaking. Gorilla Glass 4 coming to a smartphone near you.
Now, I hope most of you don't subject your phones to that particular test of reliability. Device makers can take advantage of Gorilla 4 in two ways. They can offer tougher devices at the same thickness as the current state-of-the-art, or they can make their devices thinner while offering the same outstanding damage resistance as Gorilla Glass 3. And we continue to innovate for the cover glass market. We're also continuing Corning's track record of making the air cleaner. New regulations in North America require a 75% reduction in emissions by 2017. And cold start emissions are a primary target. Those are the emissions that occur in the first 30 seconds of starting your engine. And they account for 70% of your car's emissions overall. Now, that's because your catalytic converter takes time to heat up and go to work. Our new Flora technology addresses this problem. Let's take a look. Now, you can see that our substrate heats up faster. That means the catalytic reaction begins sooner. And that means that the engine produces fewer emissions. Our product improves fuel efficiency and can also lower overall systems cost by reducing the amount of precious metals that our customers need to use. Now I want to shift gears a little and share an example of a type of innovation that we don't talk about as much. 45 years ago, Corning scientists launched a communications revolution with the invention of the first low-loss optical fiber. Since then, we've introduced a steady stream of product innovations that have dramatically increased the bandwidth of fiber. But our process innovations have been just as significant. Our relentless drive to lower cost has allowed Corning to lead the fiber industry for more than 4 decades. Now, obviously, I can't share a lot of detail for competitive reasons, but we innovate on 3 broad fronts. We simplify product designs, we incorporate better and less expensive materials, and we constantly improve our manufacturing processes to reduce cycle times. As a result, we've cut fiber manufacturing cost in half over the past 10 years, well into the product life cycle. Now let's take a look at how we're creating tomorrow's businesses. First, I'll talk about how Corning is disrupting the market for light guide plates. About half of LED TVs on the market today are edge-lit, which means the LEDs are mounted on the sides of the TV. Today's sets use a plastic light guide to direct the light from the edges of the TV through the LCD sandwich and out the front to create your TV picture. But plastic changes its dimensions with humidity and temperature, which requires a wider bezel to accommodate the movement and introduces the possibility of performance degradation over time. Plastic also lacks rigidity, focusing set makers to include structural components that add expense and thickness. Glass, on the other hand, offers great thermal and mechanical stability, and it is also virtually impervious to humidity. But historically, glass has not been able to provide the high transmission necessary to ensure the same picture quality. That's where we come in. Our new Iris glass offers high transmission and color integrity, so viewers can see sharp images in lifelike colors. And it's more rigid and stable than plastic, allowing set makers to eliminate components, improve set performance, and create TVs thinner than 10 millimeters with extremely narrow bezels. So let's go inside a typical set to get a closer look. The average plastic light guide is more than 3 millimeters thick, and you can see how much bulk the structural components add. Our glass starts out thinner at 2 millimeters, and it eliminates the need for those extra components, allowing our customers to make TVs thinner than your average smartphone. And some of you may have already done the math, but this actually adds a third piece of glass to televisions, which has huge implications for our glass technologies business. My next example shows how we're leveraging our existing Fusion glass assets, as well as our long-standing customer relationships, to create an entirely new business. Car makers are gearing up to meet the tougher CAFE standards going into effect in the next 10 years. They need materials that help them reduce weight and improve fuel economy without sacrificing strength, safety, or aesthetics. Gorilla Glass tackles that challenge. Gorilla is strong and damage resistant, so it offers the durability that automakers require. It also features unsurpassed clarity since it's made with our fusion process. But the real breakthrough for automakers is how thin and lightweight it is. Because Gorilla Glass is 5 times stronger than traditional glass, it enables windshields that are at least 25% thinner and weigh 1/3 less than conventional windshields of equivalent performance. And lower weight means better fuel economy. Before I close, I want to spend a minute talking about why Corning invests strongly in RD&E and what we get for our investment. First, we get a distinctive set of capabilities. Corning has both a deep and broad set of skills that uniquely qualify us to solve tough problems. We are the best in the world at specialty glass, ceramics, and optical physics. And these capabilities are becoming more and more relevant to a broad range of industries. Second, our capabilities and our track record allow us to earn the trust of our customers, leading to long-standing relationships and opportunities for future collaboration. Finally, we use our expertise and deep customer insights to develop an advantaged set of products that command premium prices, as well as processes that allow us to be the most efficient producer and earn higher profits. In other words, Corning's investment in innovation gives us strong competitive advantage. That's why we are outperforming our peers. But let's take a look at it from a purely financial perspective. What's the return on our investment? Here, once again, it's helpful to look at relative performance. Our peers, on average, invest 4% of annual sales in RD&E and get 7% in net profit before taxes. So, for every $100 in sales, they deliver $7 in profit. We invest more than our peers do. Between 2009 and 2013, we spent an average of 9% of annual sales on RD&E. But we delivered 18% profit. So for every $100 in sales, we delivered $18. Now let's consider the cumulative impact of sustained investment. Over a 3-year time period, using the peer model, we would have invested $900 million in RD&E and delivered about $1.7 billion in profit. We actually spent $2 billion on RD&E, but we delivered more than $4 billion in profit. So our additional $1 billion investment returned an additional $2.6 billion. That is a huge premium. And that's why we are committed to innovation, and that commitment remains unwavering.